John Bowley, home inspectors joining me from Building Spec Pros. Hello, my friend. John, how are you?
I'm good, Joe. Let's get into it. Let's get this question answered today.
Yeah,
I
questions
know
come
you
here
always have them.
into the program. What if an issue arises with the home inspection or the report? And before you answer this, I'm going to say it happens every inspection. There are questions.
Questions are No question is the wrong question, first of all. Questions educate the buyer and the seller of a home. So there's a time and a place for questions. Is it before or during or after the inspection? I like after the inspection, not during the inspection, because if I'm doing something else, I want to pay attention to what I'm doing and then and put everything in the report and do a walkthrough at the end and answer everybody's questions. It's time for them to grab me and be a sponge and listen to what I have to say about each individual thing and video it, videotape it, record it. And that way you got something to refer back to. So there's no wrong answer. There's no wrong question.
It's really important to be asking the questions. Problems or opportunities. I say this all the time, whether it's in business or your personal life or when you buy a new home, anything that comes up on the report is an opportunity. So an example of that is the air conditioning system appears to be in its last years, and it said that it was manufactured in 1998. Wow, that's 26 years old or so, right? 25 years old.
Mhm.
And so that's in the report because that would be something that's fair to put in the report. And that's an opportunity maybe for you, the person buying the home, to go to the seller and say, love the home. Air conditioning unit's kind of old. Can we talk about that? And you're kind of putting them on notice because maybe they'll give you a concession.
So this is where it's tricky. And that's a very good example of what I run into on a daily basis. Go into a home built in 1990, all the systems and components are working, but the homeowner did really good maintenance. They kicked the tires, changed the oil, they did everything to keep it going. However, the unit, as you said, is at or nearing the end of its useful life. And that's where another thing comes into play that works sometimes and not all the time, and that's homeowners insurance on your appliances. And you can get the insurance. Usually, when you're purchasing the home, they'll offer that to you as a bonus, and it'll cost $500 or $600. And then you can add two HV systems. You can add the pool equipment. You can add different components, the water heater, the appliances, and it helps. But you might get a concession, maybe not a brand new system. So you're setting yourself up in case it does fail. I have a partial credit, and then I have the insurance to kind of help me get through to the next step. So it would cost me, instead of $2,000, it might cost me $500.
Exactly.
So it's how your agent really negotiates for you at the end of the day. And how I suggest you take your inspection report, print it out, and initial each component and put a number by it, put a dollar sign by it. Okay. Look it up on Google or go to Quick Fix, as I mentioned before, quickfix.com. They'll do it for you. You give them my report, 24 hours, they give you a cost of repair, and you're back in business in your mind. Okay, what is it going to cost me?
Yeah, those home warranties are often standard now, I find. They're thrown in, at closing. They don't cost that much. They don't cover everything, gives you a little bit of peace of mind, but it helps out with things. But if you can get a concession, of maybe $8,000 or $10,000 on a 30 some odd $1,000 air conditioning system, then put that in the bank, keep running with the old system. When it fails, at least you have 30% of the replacement value, which is fair. The owner of the home should not be replacing the air conditioning system if it's working fine. That's not fair.
Right.
But you may be able to get a discount in the form of a rebate in cash at closing, which is nice because it's not tied up and you can use it for anything you want. And I tell you, and John and I have said this before here on the program, keep the cash. Don't buy something else. Keep it for what it's used for.
Absolutely. And always know when you get a home warranty, there'll be a service fee for the technician to come out. It'll be $75 for him to come out. Either he has to fix it or replace it. That's what they say in their contract. However, they'll look at the year that it was built and they'll say useful life. Now they will only give you a partial credit for replacement, and you'll have to make up the difference. It just happened on a property I had in La Jolla. So yes, it can happen. But sometimes you do have to be a little aggressive to get the home repair warranty company to do the right thing, because they don't want to pay.
No, they don't want to spend the money. They want to take the money in and only pay out when they need to. I have a lot of experience with the home warranty companies. John Bowley, thank you so much for joining me today here on the program.
As always, thank you, Joe. Looking forward to the next one.
And for everybody viewing, all of John's information is located in the description of this podcast, so there's no excuse to not reach out to him.